Hello, my name is Jackson Kajenner with the Cold Lake Regional Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to our interviews with the candidates who are running for the municipal election. Many will remember the Chamber hosting all candidates forums in person. However, this year, we've taken a new format where interviews with each of the candidates willing to participate will be uploaded to the Chamber of Commerce YouTube channel. I'm joined by Adele Richardson, who is running for Councilor in the City of Cold Lake. For our viewers, I will briefly outline the format for these interviews. The candidate will be given 5 minutes to make introductory remarks. The candidate has been provided with 2 prepared questions, which they will be given 2 minutes to respond to. There are 3 questions which have been submitted by our members for the candidate, and they will be given 2 minutes to respond to each question. The candidate will be given 2 minutes to make their closing remarks. For fairness to all candidates, we do have a timekeeper who will be ensuring that responses stay within the time allotments. We will now start with Adele giving her introductory remarks.
Hi, as mentioned, my name is Adele Richardson. I am running for council in Cold Lake. I was born and raised in a small community in northwestern Alberta called Fairview. My family's still up there. I have a lot of great community ties there as well. Through my childhood, I spent a lot of time campaigning as well, being very involved in elections, as my grandfather was a politician. So about 15 of his 20 years, I was very active in that as well. I was on student council growing up, so through my course of becoming who I am today, I've definitely been very involved in politics, and it's held a great interest to me. For a lot of my adult life, I lived in the Sherwood Park area where I've raised my children. They are ages 18 and 16, and I became a registered nurse. I worked at the Stollery Children's Hospital for many years, so I have a great background in healthcare. First as a bedside nurse, and for the last 11 years I've been working as a manager for Alberta Health Services. That has included managing pediatrics, medicine units, cardiology units, and the pediatric intensive care unit at the Stollery. And over the last 3+ years, my personal life brought me out to Cold Lake, and this has become my home community. So during my time here, my children and I have grown to love the community, love the involvement from all of the members, the schools, the recreation activities, the team. Everybody here has become home to us, and this is where we plan on staying. I currently manage the Seniors Health Program for Alberta Health Services. That includes St. Paul, Bonnyville, and Cold Lake. So definitely over the last couple of years navigating through the pandemic, we've been faced with a lot of challenges, but I do think that my experience working through these and in healthcare definitely gives me a lot of the tools to be successful and to be able to support all of you in running for City Council. I guess just in closing, all I want to say is that I'm very open and willing to support all of you. I have an open door policy. I think I've been commended many times for my calm nature and always willing to make the time for people. Healthcare is definitely a huge part of my campaign, and I'll definitely have more time to expound on that. But there's definitely lots of areas that I might not be the expert, but I'm willing to learn, to be engaged, to listen to all of you, and hopefully be able to represent you over the next 4 years. Thank you.
We will now begin with the prepared questions. Each candidate has been sent the same 2 prepared questions. Question 1. What is your position on property tax rates in Cold Lake?
Thank you. So I do think, in doing some reviewing, that the City Council currently and in the past has it's been a bit of their priority as well to keep tax rates where they are. That is definitely one of my goals and one of my platforms of what I would commit to over the next 4 years. I think that given our current economy, the downturn of it in many different areas, as well as navigating through the pandemic, I think that it's extremely important that we see no tax raises. I think through being fiscally responsible, through managing the portfolio of the city as a whole, I think that this is very manageable. I think that ensuring a high quality of life for the residents of Cold Lake is important. So I think in keeping property taxes low, I think that that enables them to be able to do so. So it's definitely a priority is to have no tax raises.
Question 2. If elected, what specific goal do you want to accomplish by the end of your term?
Okay, so I do have a couple different goals. One of them, as I just kind of mentioned in the last question, being property taxes. That is a goal. But an area that I definitely want to focus on is healthcare. Even outside of navigating through a pandemic, but of course navigating through the pandemic right now, I think that we are definitely lacking some resources and we are definitely facing some staffing shortages. Cold Lake does have the third largest hospital in the North Zone, and as a member of this community, as well as with my healthcare experience, I think we see some of the struggles. One of them being doctor shortages. Myself, I witnessed the length of time it takes to get in to see your physician, and not because they don't want to see you, but because we just don't have enough physicians here. So one of my goals is to work very closely with the government as well as within the city, with our healthcare leadership team here as well, to really focus on how we can bring more professional staff, healthcare professionals, physicians to the community to support our city essentially, because everybody has the right to have access to timely health care.
We now move into the unprepared questions segment. Question 1. What makes you qualified to make decisions about the spending of taxpayer dollars and the level of services we receive?
What makes me qualified? I think I'm qualified because I'm a member of this community. I think that, I contribute to it like all members. I think I have a background in management and leadership. I think if you were to talk to most people here, I think it's evident that I am open-minded. I listen to others, and I think I'm a really strong advocate. I also have a strong voice, so I'm willing to stand up for things that I believe in. Part of my professional role as well is managing budgets. So for the last 11 years, I've been responsible for managing very large budgets for the government, essentially in the millions of dollars. So I feel like I have a very good understanding of what that looks like, how to manage them, the difficult decisions you have to make. And in those moments of time when you have to make those difficult decisions, I think communication is one of the key pieces. If people understand why the decision's being made, if they understand where it's coming from, not that you're going to change their mind, but I think at least you gain the respect of people, and it's an open forum, and it's very transparent. So I think that those are all qualities that I possess, and I think with also my self-awareness and the fact that I know I don't know everything, but I'm very willing to learn. I'm open to the challenge. I am here to support and listen to all of the people of the city.
Question 2. What is the top political issue that you would hope to resolve during your tenure on council? How would you approach this issue?
Top political issue. That's a good question. I need to think about this. The top political issue right now. I honestly don't know if I can even necessarily come up with something. I think from what I've heard being out there in the community, even before I decided to put my name forth to run, was just in regards to maybe some of the decisions that are being made within the community, whether it's people disagreeing with some of where the money's going, if it's into recreation services or if it's going into tourism or road construction. Taxes is definitely something I seem to be hearing a lot about. So I can't say that I necessarily can even speak to what I think the one top political issue is, except that I think my goal would be to get out there to listen to the people. I'm hosting forums for that reason, so I can kind of hear from people, some meet and greets, and hopefully I can hear what people think that topic is, and then I'll do my best to address it.
And question 3. What is your plan to ensure that Cold Lake has a vibrant and growing business community?
I think that is something that's extremely important to me. I'm a huge believer in supporting local. to be creative, to create platforms and figure out how we can keep people buying local, keep people supporting local. Yeah, I think it's just essentially all working together, and setting up, facilitate conversation between these business owners, because they are going to be the ones that have ideas that can help support and create a collaboration to figure out what that plan would be.
And to conclude today, I would invite Adele to give her closing remarks.
I just want to thank all of you for allowing me the opportunity to sit down with you today and to share some of my thoughts. I think, as I mentioned, avoiding tax increases is a goal of mine, as well as healthcare is a huge piece of that. I think ensuring the safety of our beautiful community. There's a lot of money and a lot of time and effort that goes into making this place so great. It's a beautiful place to raise your family, and I just want to ensure that we meet that. And I think the biggest thing is I'm here to listen. I'm here to support you. I'm here to give the people what they want, or to the best of my ability. So my goal is to connect with the community, support, and please reach out to me if you have any questions or you would like to discuss anything.
We would like to thank Adele for joining us today and taking the time to answer some of the questions that are important issues for the upcoming municipal election on October 18th.